Alright, so here what we're going to do is we're going to tape for plantar fasciitis. What plantar fasciitis is that the plantar fascia is an extension of the Achilles tendon, attaches on the calcaneus, and from the calcaneus it spreads out into a thin band that comes all the way out to the heads of the metatarsals, and what allows you to plantar flex your foot. And so you can actually get a lot of pain and irritation of this plantar fascia. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use a strip that looks like this and to place over the top of the foot in order to kind of make it feel much more comfortable. And I know from experience of people that have had plantar fasciitis that you put this on there, if you do it right, it makes a huge difference, and they can go out and run for miles and not have any problems as long as you have put them in this. The key for this is to apply enough tape adherent onto the skin. If you don't, they start sweating and this just comes right off, and then it really doesn't do anything. The second key is that the tape adherent, or the tough skin, needs to be completely dry before you put this strap on. So what you're going to do is you're going to spray, get it nice and good, and then you're just going to talk to them for a little bit. You're going to go do something else, and you're going to come back, because if it's wet at all, it won't be as sticky as it needs to be. So you have to kind of let it completely dry. So sometimes we'll even kind of fan it just a little bit. It's better to just be extra patient, because again, you'll find that if it's still wet, it's not going to stick whatsoever. Okay. So now we take our strip, and the T here actually is going to go back behind right around the Achilles, and this is going to come down to basically the metatarsal head. So you can kind of do some cutting if you need to. I typically usually trim it just a little bit. I also like to round the edges off here, just because we're going to be coming into the metatarsal heads, so I want to making sure that that's secure. I'm going to take the paper backing off. So now this is actually pretty sticky, pretty adhesive-y. I'm going to come back. I'm going to make sure that he's in a nice, neutral, relaxed, not so much into extreme plantar flexion, but a nice, loose, relaxed position. I'm going to secure this around behind the heel, and right away you'll know if that tough skin is tacky or dry enough, because if it's not, this will just fall right off. It won't stay at all. So then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up, and the key here is I want to pull this as snug, as far, as secure to the distal metatarsals as I possibly can. I'm going to smooth it down, okay, and then you can see there's some kind of some gapping in here where the arch is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to force that down, and I'm going to smooth this down into that arch, making sure all of those edges are completely down. In here, if it's not, the tough skin is not dry, this will just fall right off, and you'll know that it's not going to stay, and you got to do it all over again. If you've done it right, it should stay nice and secure. It's not going to move around any or slide around. Okay. And if you've done it right, you're done. You could really just send them on their way. The problem is again, as they sweat, sometimes this falls off, so we do like to provide just a couple of anchors to kind of help hold that down. So what we'll do here to kind of help that is we apply an anchor kind of the base of the foot, like that. We'll take some kind of half strip, come around behind to hold that piece into the Achilles, just so that doesn't kind of come off. And then what we can do, if we really want to, is we can actually bring this all the way around just to help hold that down. Again, this isn't really doing a whole lot other than just making sure that this stays secure on the bottom of the foot. Okay, so this because it doesn't kind of fall off. But you can see, if I even try to pull on it, I mean, it's stuck. It's on there, you know, pretty good. So as long as you do it right, you shouldn't need any kind of major assistance as far as anchoring it goes.